This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Today my class is slow viral diseases. What is meant by slow viruses? The viruses which give chronic infection because of a long incubation period. There are some diseases, some viral diseases which cause central nervous system infection and causing dementia, paralysis, and other tremors, etc. They are comes under long incubation period viral diseases. They are called as slow viral diseases. They cause disease both in the humans and animals. First, the diseases were identified, discovered in animals, and then also in the humans. There are a group of diseases in humans and animals characterized by very long incubation period, varies from months to years together. The incubation period may take years also. Suppose if you see any viral infection, it varies from days to month, 1 month, sometimes 6 months, like that. But in the slow viral, why it is slow virus? Slow virus means because of the long incubation period. Long incubation period, not only incubation period, and the course of the disease is slow course. The disease progression also slow. Disease progression, not only incubation, the disease progression also very slow, and finally the disease terminating fatally. The fatal, finally the disease will be fatal. That is why these diseases are called slow virus diseases. There are a group of diseases in animals and also in the humans characterized by very long incubation period, and slow course, relentless course, slow course and relentless course, terminating finally fatally, That is why they are called as slow virus diseases. There are so many characters of the slow viral diseases, not only long incubation period, not only the progression is slow, affecting the central nervous system. They are classified as group A, group B, group C by the scientists. Group A, group first, the animal scientist, veterinary pathologist who first discovered the diseases in the animals like sheep and other animals, and identified and discovered that there is a infection in the animals with a slow progression and a long incubation, and finally then afterwards the same features are also observed in the humans. The characteristics of slow viral diseases: the incubation periods ranging from months to years. Incubation period, it varies from months to years, that takes years also. The course of illness lasting for months or years with remissions and exacerbations. Remissions will be there and exacerbation will be there during the course of the disease. The disease symptoms will stops, and the disease symptoms will once again comes, like that. The remissions and sometimes severe symptoms, sometimes less symptoms, sometimes disease symptoms stop, sometimes suddenly they appear, like that. There are remissions and the exacerbations are there in the slow viral diseases. The course of illness lasting for months or years with remissions and exacerbations. This is another characteristic feature of the slow virus diseases. Then the next, predilection for the involvement of the CNS. Predilection for the involvement of the CNS. It involves the central nervous system. It involves the central nervous system. That is another part. Mainly, central nervous system will be there. Brain encephalitis will be there. Cerebellum is affected. Cerebrum is affected. Nervous system is affected. That is why it involves the central nervous system. The slow virus diseases, the involvement predilection for central nervous system. And then absence of any immune response. No immune response is observed. Immune response is not observed. No antibodies or no cell-mediated immunity is observed in these patients. No immune response is observed. That is another characteristic feature of the disease. Immune response is absent. Slow virus disease, immune response is absent. That is the most important character. That is why we can't detect the antibodies or antigens or interleukins, etc. observed in the slow virus diseases. It is a disease which is caused by some protein material which is like a slow virus. The protein material which is like a slow virus. It is a divide of these diseases are caused by the diseases usually caused by the protein material, not by any RNA virus or DNA virus, not caused by any RNA or DNA virus. Slow viral diseases are caused divide of nucleic acid, both either RNA or DNA, no are present in this case of the slow viral diseases. And there is another property, that is genetic predisposition is there. Genetic transfer from mother to vertical transmission, from mother to baby, genetic transmission is there. Suppose the mother is affected with slow virus, it may affect the children also. That is the vertical transmission. Genetic predisposition is also there. Why? Because the protein material which is present in the nervous system blood, it is transmitted to the baby also. Genetic predisposition is also there. Finally, fatal termination is there in this case of disease. Fatal termination is there. These are the characteristics of slow viral diseases. It is a long incubation period, a slow progression, invariably fatal, and there is a remissions and exacerbations. This is sometimes severe, sometimes slow appearance of symptoms, mild symptoms, etc. will be there. That is why disease is a slow viral disease. Mainly it affects the central nervous system. The slow viral disease affects the central nervous system. And another important point is no immune response. The immune response is absent. Why? Because there is no antigens are there, no antigen, say the immune response is there. No stimulation of the immune system by the either antigen or immune system is not affected. Only no absence of immune response is there. No antibodies, no cell-mediated immunity is observed against that slow viral diseases. And genetic predisposition is also there from mother to baby and transfer from mother to baby. Invariably fatal termination. Invariably fatal termination. Already I told there are three groups of the slow viral diseases: Group A, Group B, and Group C. What is Group A? The Group A is serologically related, non-oncogenic. Serologically related, some viruses are there. Serologically related. These viruses comes under lentiviral viruses. Lentivirus. Lentivirus. You know the lentivirus or HIV virus. Lenti means slow. Lentivirus group family. Lentivirus includes retroviruses. Lentivirus includes retro means HIV, human T cell leukemia virus, etc. These viruses comes under Group A. Comes under Group A, like Visna and Medi. Visna and Medi. There are some diseases which are also comes under Group A. Visna and Medi. Demyelinating diseases are also like Visna, demyelinating disease in the animals, demyelinating disease in the sheep, and Medi means some pneumonia, like some hemorrhagic pneumonia, which is also comes under Group A. Hemorrhagic pneumonia is also comes under Group A disease. They are lentiviral family. HIV also lentivirus. These all three viruses which are comes under both animals and humans comes under this Group A. Group A. They are serologically related, non-oncogenic viruses are there. Retroviruses and lentiviruses are there. These are the Group A viruses. Okay, lenti means slow viruses. Slow viruses, lentivirus includes retroviruses. This Group A also comes under lentivirus, apart from the slow viral diseases. Next, Group B. The Group B is the prion diseases of CNS. Prions. The prions are proteins which are responsible for slow virus diseases. Which are responsible for slow viral diseases. The prions is a protein material. It is neither RNA nor DNA. Neither DNA nor RNA material. That is a proteinaceous infectious material, proteinaceous infectious material, but not RNA or DNA, but not RNA or DNA, which infects the CNS. First, the disease was discovered by the Prusiner. First, the disease was discovered by the Prusiner, Stanley B. Prusiner, who was awarded Nobel Prize. He was awarded Nobel Prize for that discovery of the prion diseases. Discovery of the prion is a pioneering work. The pioneering work of this Stanley B. Prusiner. Stanley B. Prusiner got Nobel Prize awarded for this pioneering work of the prion diseases of CNS. Prion disease. What is prion? The prion is neither DNA nor RNA. It is only a proteinaceous infectious material. Proteinaceous infectious material. This material is resistant to physical agents, heat, and also resistant to formalin. It is resistant to heat, physical agents like autoclaving, hot oven. It is resistant. It is it resistant to autoclaving and also hot oven, physical agents and chemical agents, and also formalin also. It doesn't kill the prions. The formalin also doesn't kill the prions. That is the physical nature of the prion. That is transmitted from mother to baby. Genetic predisposition will be there. It is transmitted vertically from mother to baby. Okay, that is the material, infectious protein material. It is an infectious protein material, neither DNA nor RNA. It is a proteinaceous infectious material that is called as the prion. It is nothing but the protein. Some protein is there that is called protein PRP. Normal protein, abnormal normal protein of that body will be converted, mutated and converted to PRPSC. PRPCE. PRPCE is a normal protein, prion protein, which is present in our body, human body. It is mutated and transferred to the another individual of that is called as PRPSC. PRPSC, that is a prion material. It forms some changes in the brain. Even though there is no inflammation, there is no immune response. It causes some hypertrophy and axon process and inflammation will be no inflammation and hypertrophy and the plaque formation, etc. will be there. It damages the central nervous system. It damages the central nervous system because of the plaque formation, because the plaques form in the CNS. It is the astroglial hypertrophy will be there. Astroglial hypertrophy will be there. Plaque formation will be there. The plaques are produced throughout the central nervous system because of this prions. What are the diseases which comes under prion diseases? Scrapie, Mink encephalopathy, Kuru and Crutchfield-Jakob disease, collectively called subacute spongiform viral encephalopathy. Scrapie, is a disease of the sheep, animal disease. Mink is a disease of animal disease, encephalopathy. The Kuru is a disease in the humans. Crutchfield-Jakob disease is a human's disease. And these are all both human and animal diseases are collectively called subacute spongiform viral encephalopathy. Subacute spongiform viral encephalopathy. Both the diseases are combinedly called, both the animal diseases are there, and also human diseases are also there. Both the human and animal diseases are also there. Both are combinedly collectively called subacute spongiform encephalopathy. There is a spongiform changes in the brain. Spongiform changes in the brain by the prion diseases. Next, coming to the group C. What is group C? The group C is a two unrelated CNS diseases for humans. There are two diseases are called sclerosing panencephalitis, which is a disease occurs after measles infection, and second one progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. Progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy, that is a second type of the disease that is comes under group C. The group C diseases are the CNS disease of humans. There comes after some post measles infection. The second is after some another virus like polyoma virus. That is a progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy that is comes after polyoma virus. Polyoma virus. This is comes under group C. See first the group A, Visna and Meady, which are animal demyelinating diseases and hemorrhagic pneumonia in the animals. Group A. Next group B, prion diseases. Group B is prion diseases. Stanley B. Prusiner gave the name prion. Stanley B. Prusiner, who was awarded Nobel Prize for that naming of this and discovery of the prion. Stanley B. He was awarded Nobel Prize for the discovery of the prions. The pioneering work of the prion diseases. Stanley B. Prusiner, who got the Nobel Prize for this discovery of the material. It is not a DNA. It is not a RNA. Protein material, infectious material. It is a proteinaceous infectious agent. Proteinaceous infectious agent. It produces group B produces spongiform encephalitis. Spongiform encephalitis. Subacute spongiform and prions. Acute spongiform viral encephalitis is a chronic progressive degenerative disease of the CNS. It is a chronic progressive degenerative disease. How the disease progressive degeneration occurs? There is a progressive vacuolation in the dendritic and axonal process of neurons. In the dendrites and axons of neurons, there is a vacuolation. The progressive vacuolation, dendritic vacuolation. In the dendritic vacuolation and axonal vacuolation, and there is a hypertrophy in the astroglial hypertrophy, and a proliferation, astroglial hypertrophy and proliferation. Finally, there is a spongiform degeneration, astroglial hypertrophy and proliferation. There is a spongiform degeneration in the gray matter. Spongy, that is the pathology. Pathology means there is a vacuolation in the dendrites and axons, and astroglial hypertrophy and proliferation. Astroglial hypertrophy and proliferation. Finally, it is called as a spongiform degeneration in the gray matter. Spongiform degeneration in the gray matter. This is the pathogenesis of pathology of the group B or prion diseases. And then not only spongiform encephalopathy, no signs of inflammation or immune response. No signs of inflammation. Already I told, no immune response, both in the case of cell mediated and also in the humoral mediated immunity. No immune response is observed. Even the signs of inflammation is also not observed. Infectious material is protein material. It is no DNA, no RNA. No DNA, no RNA, but it is a infectious agent. The infectious agent is nothing but protein material. No DNA, no RNA, only it is a protein material. It is the first, it was discovered by the Stanley B. Prusiner. Stanley B. Prusiner, for that he got the Nobel Prize award. Nobel Prize got that Stanley B. Prusiner. The prions are resistant to physical and chemical agents. Heat is even though heat, but 120 degrees centigrade, 150 degrees, 160 degrees centigrade heat, there is no killing of the prions, no radiation, X-ray, ultra-rays, radiation, irradiation, even the irradiation is there. The prions does not destroy. But even the formalin also is very effective formalin, chemical formalin. Even that formalin also does not kill the prions, And finally, there is a proliferation of the abnormal protein will be there. Abnormal protein, prion protein, abnormal prion. Normal prion protein is a normal, but abnormal prion protein is an infectious agent. Abnormal prion protein is an infectious agent, that is PRP-SC. PRP-SC is an abnormal prion protein. It is derived from PRP-SE. PRP-SE, that is a normal protein, and this PRP-SC is accumulates in the CNS, as diffuse deposits in the form of plaques. This abnormal prion protein is accumulated in the CNS, disrupting the architecture of the CNS and disrupting the function of the brain. And finally, there is a final chronic neurodegenerative disease. Chronic neurodegenerative disease. Chronic neurodegenerative disease will be result. That is the abnormal prion protein disease. Neurodegenerative disease. The prion disease of animals. Next, prion disease of animals, that is a Scrapie is a prion disease of animals, that is group B. Not only this diseases of the prions, the animals and humans are there. The prion disease of animals first. The scrapie means the scraping of the sheep, and there will be the damage to the skin of the sheep. Finally, continuously the animal will scrape the skin by rubbing the own body to some hard material, some hard material, so that there will be a peeling of the skin of the animal because of this damage to the skin of the animal, sheep, like that. This type of disease is called scrapie disease. And second, similarly, the same disease is also observed in the animal like mink, that mink encephalopathy. And the third one is bovine spongiform encephalopathy, and is a mad cow disease, but zoonotic in Britain from 1986. Mad cow disease. The mad cow disease, first it was observed in the 1986 in the animals like a sheep, animals like this sheep, and this sheep material, infected material, is there is a sometimes the practicing of feeding the cattle, with this scrappy infected meat, so that the cattle also may get this disease. The cattle also may get the disease with this material, the disease that is disease called as bovine spongiform encephalopathy. The cattle also may affected because of the eating of the scrappy infected meat. Because of the scrappy infected meat is taken by the cattle, what happens? Because of that, some prion-like material which is present in the scrappy meat, the prion-like material is present in the scrappy meat, that is transferred to the cattle, and so that the prion disease will occur in the cattle. So that this type of disease is called as bovine spongiform encephalopathy. That type of disease is called as bovine spongiform encephalopathy. It is also called as mad cow disease. That mad cow disease is nothing but bovine spongiform encephalopathy, that was zoonotic in Britain from 1986. This is called as a mad cow disease. It is a prion disease of animals. Suppose if you take this mad cow animal, the cattle feed, cattle meat, man may also get this mad cow disease. Man also will get the mad cow disease. Why? There is a transfer of infection, prion infection from sheep to the cattle, from cattle to the human, you may get. That is why there is a there was a slaughtering of the animals in the Britain because of the fear of this mad cow disease. The thousands of the cattle were slaughtered because of this mad cow disease. Slaughtered because of the mad cow disease. This is the bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Next, coming to the after that animal diseases, the second the human diseases are the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome, and Kuru, and fatal familial insomnia. These are the human prion diseases: Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome, Kuru, and fatal familial insomnia. What is subacute Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease? What is Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease? It is a subacute pre-senile during the old age, the progressive incoordination and dementia ending fatally in about a year. It is a subacute pre-senile encephalopathy with the progressive incoordination and dementia. Progressive incoordination because of the cerebellum and the cerebrum will be affected, and particularly in the old people, pre-senile infection, that disease is called as Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. It is occurs in the pre-senile age. This is called subacute pre-senile encephalopathy. There is a variant also there, that is called Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease variant, and this disease, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, it is iatrogenic also. It occurs after corneal transplantation and injection of pituitary growth hormone of human origin. Pituitary growth hormone of human origin. Pituitary growth hormone of human. It is iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. It is a new variant of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease affecting young persons. That is that is called as the Scheinker syndrome. That is nothing but Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome. It is a new variant. That is a Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease affecting young persons, not old. These young persons. That is called nothing but Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome. Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker (GSS) syndrome affecting the young persons, not old persons, below 40 years. In Britain, appeared in 1996, raised the fears of infection through eating bovine spawn, mad cow infected beef. Mad cow infected beef. There is a aroused a fierce panic reaction in the Britain, appeared in the 1996. It is the nothing but Scheinker syndrome. That is Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome. Is a new variant of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Raised a fears of infection through eating a mad cow infected beef. Mad cow infected beef. These are the human prion diseases. Other prion, human prion. Apart from that, there is a Kuru. Is also human prion. It is Kuru means tremors. The tremors because of the brain, cerebellum, etc. affected, and it leads to tremors of the hands, etc. Seen only in the tribals of New Guinea, tribal African tribals, seen only in the tribals of New Guinea. The incubation period is 5 to 10 years. Incubation period is 5 to 10 years. It leads to cerebellar ataxia, tremors, ending fatally in 3 to 6 months. Ending fatally in 3 to 6 months. Infection is due to cannibalism. The infection in African areas, there is a infection particularly in the tribal, the four tribes of the African tribes of the New Guinea area, highlands of the New Guinea, and there is an infection because of the cannibalism. There is a practice of, the custom of cannibalism was there. Cannibalism was there in the tribal communities because of this eating the dead bodies of the forefathers of the relatives of the individuals without sterilizing of the dead body, without sterilizing, without cooking. They eating that. Because of that, they got this the prion disease. That prion disease is called Kuru, because of the infection occurring in the cerebellum, in those communities. The disease is called as the tremors, the Kuru disease. The scientist Carlton Gazdusek, there is a Carlton Gazdusek. He was awarded Nobel Prize. He was awarded Nobel Prize in medicine for contributions on the Kuru. Contribution on Kuru 1976. Contribution Carlton Gazdusek. Carlton Gazdusek awarded the Nobel Prize because of this prion disease, Kuru disease. So there are some diseases, human prion diseases like Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome, Kuru, and fatal familial insomnia. But animal prion diseases are scrapie, mink encephalopathy, mad cow disease. Scrapie, mink encephalopathy, bovine spongiform encephalopathy or mad cow disease. And human prion diseases are Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome, Kuru, and fatal familial insomnia. And next, third one, group C. What is group C? The group C is it is a slow viral disease. Group C also. It is a subacute sclerosing panencephalitis. It is comes under group C. It is very rare. Delayed sequelae to infection with the measles virus. Sets in many years after the initial infection and is characterized by progressive deterioration of mental and motor functions. Progressive deterioration in the mental and motor functions also deteriorated. The brain cells from the patients showed serological and electron microscope evidence of measles. It is a post-measles. After post-measles infection, after many years, the individual may get subacute sclerosing panencephalitis. After many years. It is nothing but the group C infection. Group C, subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, that is called as SSPE. Next, second is also there in the group C. What is second? And that is called progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. The group C is a high level of antibodies seen against measles in serum and CSF. The CMA to measles is absent. There is immune response is absent. In case of the any slow viral diseases, any severe, but in SSPE, some levels of antibodies are present. High levels of antibodies are present against the measles virus infection. Why? This SSPE is also a deterioration condition, degenerative condition, chronic infection, neurodegenerative condition. This infection occurs post measles after many years. Post measles after many years, so that this is considered under group C. But antibodies are there, maybe there, but CMA is absent. CMA is absent against this group C infection. The second group C infection is progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. Progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy is a subacute demyelinating disease seen in elderly persons whose immunity is impaired because immunosuppression. Some subacute demyelinating disease seen in the elderly persons. Subacute demyelinating disease seen in the elderly persons. The progressive deterioration of motor function, vision, and speech, and death occurs within 3 to 4 months. Motor function is lapse, and also vision and speech also lapse. That is called progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. This is about the slow viral diseases. Group A, Group B, and Group C. Group A, Group B, and Group C. This is about the slow viral disease. Next, some viral hemorrhagic fevers also we'll discuss today. What are the viral hemorrhagic fevers like arenavirus and filovirus? Arenavirus and filovirus. This is the group of viral diseases, zoonotic in nature, with a typical hemorrhagic fevers caused by arena and filovirus. Arenavirus and filovirus. They have localized distribution in South America and Africa. South America and Africa. The arena viruses are enveloped, negative sense, single-stranded RNA virus, thin section showing electron-dense granules resembling grains of sand causing chronic infection in rodents. Grains of sand causing chronic infection in rodents. That is the negative sense, single-stranded RNA, enveloped RNA. Why it is arena? It is sand-like virus. Granules are observed in the viral body particles, particularly in the infection. That is why they comes under arena viruses, enveloped negative sense, single-stranded RNA viruses. That is why they are called as arena viruses. The arena virus, the prototype is lymphocytic choriomeningitis virus. The prototype of arena virus is lymphocytic choriomeningitis virus, the LCM virus. Human acquired infection from excreta of rodents, from excreta of which is contaminated material, the excreta of rodents, which is excreta contaminates the water, drinking water, so that the infection will transfer from the animals to the humans. The mostly asymptomatic, or some develop an influenza-like illness or meningitis. Influenza-like illness or meningitis. Infection is transmitted vertically. Arena viruses causes hemorrhagic fevers in the humans, or Argentinian hemorrhagic fever, and a Bolivian hemorrhagic fever, and a Lassa fever. Argentinian, Bolivian, and Lassa fever. These are the hemorrhagic fevers of arena virus group. The Lassa fever. It is 1969 noticed in American mission in Nigeria. Natural reservoir is rat transmitted by excreta. Person-to-person transmission by droplets. Virus present in the throat and blood. Ribavirin is used. Ribavirin is the antiviral drug which is used and useful for the treating the Lassa fever, Lassa virus hemorrhagic fever. And next, filovirus. That is a thread-like virus. It is a long thread-like viruses, size from 80 to 800 nanometers. It is the filoviruses are Marburg and Ebola viruses, which are comes under the filovirus. Marburg and Ebola. These are very dangerous viruses, which are long thread-like viruses. The size varies from 80 to 800 nanometers. These viruses, Marburg and Ebola, which are danger rather than the coronaviruses, Marburg viruses. These are also hemorrhagic fevers, like the arena viruses, which occurred in the lab worker in Germany in 1967. Infection was due to exposure of lab workers to tissues of African green monkeys. Exposure to the African green monkeys. Virus was isolated from blood and tissues in guinea pigs and tissue cultures. Virus was isolated from blood and tissues. You see the diagram of Ebola virus is a long, thin filamentous form. It is a filovirus. nothing but the Ebola virus, long thread-like virus. Ebola virus is 1976 hemorrhagic fever, where is high case fatal rate, even up to 90%. Ebola virus occurred in Sudan and Zaire, noticed in the bank of river Ebola, Sudan and Zaire, African countries. There are three strains are there. Strains of Ebola virus, three strains are there. Zaire strain, Sudan strain, and restaurant strain. Zaire strain, Sudan strain, and restaurant strain. These are the Ebola virus strains, Marburg virus. This is the Marburg and Ebola virus, which are comes under filovirus. This is about the slow viruses and some hemorrhagic fever viruses. Thank you. Read out. Thank you. Ramya?
చేశాడు అతను సార్ చేయి ఎట్లా మనం పంపించాలి రాకపోతే మనం వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది మనం 30 గంటలు ఓకే సరే ఓకే మనం పెట్టుకుంటే కూర్చుంటే కుదరదు మన రోజు పంపించాలా ఎటు పరిస్థితి పంపించారు 4 అతను ఎప్పుడు వస్తారు కనుక్కో సార్ ఫోన్ చేయి ఫోన్ పెండింగ్ పెట్టుకుని కూర్చోకూడదు రోజు ఎన్ని రోజులు పెండింగ్ పెడతామండి ఇంకా మన సభ్యులు అతను ఫోన్ చేయండి సార్ బాగుంటాడు కనుక్కో ఎట్లా పాస్ తెచ్చేవారు పాస్ తెచ్చి ఓకే ఓకే అవును దానికి నెంబర్ లైన్ దానికి టైప్ చేయాలి నెంబర్ లైన్ మార్చాలా మనం నువ్వు 2 లోపు రాయాలి 2 గంటల లోపు రాయాలా 2 గంటలు అయిపోతే కానీ మళ్ళీ అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోతారు పెడతారు జంప్ అయిపోతారు నువ్వు ఫోన్ పెండింగ్ పెట్టద్దు తర్వాత నువ్వు దీన్ని తిడతారు నన్ను తిడతారు ఇప్పుడు తర్వాత ఏమో పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే డబ్బులు ఎంత ఖర్చు పెట్టాను మేడం చెప్పావు జ్యోతి మేడం మొత్తం ఎంత ఎంతైతే అంత మేడం ఇస్తా అన్నారు తర్వాత ఏమో అది లెటర్ టైప్ చేయాలి మళ్ళీ లెటర్ కూడా ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్ అయిపోయిందా ఆటో ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షనేగా ఎంతసేపు పెడతా మరి మిషన్లో పెట్టేస్తే వాళ్ళ 80% నువ్వు పంపించాలమ్మా ఒకసారి అడిగి అడిగి ఎన్ని గంటలకు వస్తాడు వస్తే మనం ఎక్కడ ఇమ్మంటాడు ఏంటో మళ్ళీ మనం వెళ్ళాలా ఏంటి అందుకని దానికి మళ్ళీ లెటర్ టైప్ చేయాలి నేను అప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ 12:30 అయిపోయిందేమో అది అన్నీ కాదు హలో ఏంటిది అందుకనే పంపించేస్తాం నోటీస్ పెట్టినప్పుడు వాటిని పంపించేయడమే అందరూ అనకూడదు ఎంత అకౌంట్ సరిపోతుంది ఎంత అకౌంట్ వేరే ఇంకో కొరియర్ ఉన్నాడు 24 అవర్స్ వాడు డీటెయిల్స్ కనుక్కోండి సార్ డీటెయిల్స్ తెలుసా నీకు డీటీసీ అందరికి వెళ్తాయా డీటీసీ అయితే ఇంకోటి ఉన్న వర్డ్స్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ దానికి కూడా అది కూడా ఫోన్ వెళ్తాను మరి మేడం ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేయాలి జ్యోతి మేడం ట్రాక్ లేట్ అవుతుందా కష్టం. డిడిడిసి ఇచ్చేద్దాంలే మనం. కనుక్కోవడానికి మనకి ఇచ్చేస్తే వాడు తీసుకుంటాడు డిడిడిసి వాడు. వాళ్ళే ఇంకా అదే ఫాస్టింగ్ అదే కదా. మేడం కనుక్కో. జ్యోతి మేడం అడుగు డిడిడిసి అనేసరి ఫాస్ట్ టైం మనం ఇచ్చేద్దాం వెళ్ళి. మనం రెడీ చేసుకోవాలి కదా. కొరియర్ ఏమైనా ఎవరి నుంచి తిరుపతి కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఏదో కొరియర్ ఏది ఫాస్ట్కి వెళ్తే దానికి ఇచ్చేద్దాం. ఒకసారి కనుక్కో మేడం, ఫోన్ చేయండి నాకు. మేడం అది ట్రాక్ అండ్ కొరియర్ 2 days పైన పడుతుంది అంటాడు మేడం. డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ ఏమన్నా దగ్గర ఐడియా ఉందా? డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ అదే డైరెక్ట్గా ఇచ్చి తీసుకోరా వెళ్ళి పడింది వెళ్ళి. అవును, ఏలూరులో డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? ఓకే. మేడం మేడం అడిగాను జ్యోతి పడమే. డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ ఎవరో తెలియదు, ఆనంద్ అడగండి. ఆనంద్ అంటుంది, ఆనంద్ అడగండి. ముందు మీరు పాస్ చేయండి, ఇచ్చేద్దాం ఆయన్ని. డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ కనుక్కో ఎక్కడ ఉంది విజయవాడ ఏలూరులో. వాడు వెళ్ళి ఇచ్చి రావాలి అయితే. బయట ఎందుకు వెళ్ళి ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు బండి వేసుకుని వెళ్ళి. ఆ నెంబర్ ఉంది దగ్గర. వాళ్ళు ఏది ఎందుకు తీసుకోడు అయితే ఇస్తే తీసుకోడా? డీటెయిల్స్ అంటే అది ఓకే. ఏమి లేదు, అది కంగారు పడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, వెళ్ళిపోద్ది. డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ ఫాస్టే ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే డిడిడిసి కొరియర్ డీటెయిల్స్ అంటే ట్రాక్ అన్నవాడు ఇంకా లేడు. డిడిడిసి అంటే రెగ్యులర్గా వెళ్తారు కదా వాడు ఇచ్చేస్తారు వెళ్ళి. తిరుపతి రోజు ఉండే వాడు ఎక్కడ మన ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఉంది దగ్గర. ఎట్లా కనుక్కోవాలా? మీరు మనవాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారా? ఈ నడి చూస్తారు ఎవరు? షమ్మి నాయకులు ఉంది. నేను కనుక్కుంటా. रम्या
హలో, ఏమయ్యా నువ్వు కనపడలేదు ఏంటి? నువ్వు నాకు అర్థం కాదు. సరే సరే ఈకో శాంపుల్ పంపించాలి. మేడం ఏమో జ్యోతి మేడం ట్రాక్ ఆన్ అని ఒక కొరియర్ ఒకటి పేరు చెప్తే వాడేమో 2 days పడుతుందండి వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు అన్నాడు. ఇది డిటిడిసి కొరియర్ నెంబర్ ఏమన్నా దగ్గర? ఎక్కడ డిటిడిసి కొరియర్? ఏలూరులో ఎక్కడ? ఆర్ఆర్పేట ఫైర్ స్టేషన్ దగ్గర. సరే అర్జెంట్గా నాకు నెంబర్ శాంపుల్స్ ఇస్తామండి, రేపు వెళ్తుందండి, రేపు రేపు తిరుపతి రేపు రేపు డెలివరీ ఉంటుందని అడగ. డిటిడిసి నాకు అర్జెంట్ చెప్పాలి, అర్జెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అది. వాళ్ళు పంపించకపోతే మళ్ళీ తేడా వచ్చేటుంది. నువ్వేంటే నువ్వు తప్పించుకుంటున్నావు, నువ్వు నీకు మొత్తం ఎవడికి చేద్దాలు ఇట్లా మీకు చేద్దాలు రావు ఇక నా ఒకటే ఇక. అవును కరెక్టే, నువ్వు నాకు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ నువ్వు అసలు టచ్లో ఉన్నట్లు ఫోన్ చేసిన అందట్లా. ఓకే, సో సునీత ఉంది ఒక అమ్మాయి మానేసింది కదా, మంది చెప్పకుండా మానేసింది, అక్కడ కూడా తీసేశారండి ఆర్ఆర్లో కూడా, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ దీంట్లో కూడా. ఆమె వచ్చి మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ చేరతానుంది, నేర్చుకోమని చెప్పన్నా. అటు చేర్చుకుంటే ఆమె అసలు మన మాట వెళ్ళలేదు కదా, శాంపుల్కి వెళ్ళమా కరెక్షన్కి వెళ్ళమా అంటే వెళ్ళలేదు ఇక పైన. ఇప్పుడు మన మాట చెప్పకుండా మానేసింది, పైన వెళ్ళమంటే వెళ్ళలేదు. నాకు భయం సార్ నేను వెళ్ళనుంది. లైఫ్ అంటే మనం సఫర్ అవ్వాలా? నేను సఫర్ అవ్వాలా? నన్ను హెరాస్ చేసింది కదా ఆమె, నా మాట వెళ్ళలేదు కదా, నేను హెరాస్ అవ్వాలా అయింది? నేను అమ్మ అసలు ఆమె రాబలేదు, అందుకే చెప్తున్నాను నీకు అక్కడ గవర్నమెంట్లో అంత గ్యారెంటీ లేదు. గవర్నమెంట్ టెంపరీగా ఉంది, మీదంటే స్టాండర్డ్ అనుకో, ల్యాబ్ లో పెట్టుకుంటాడు, జీతాలు కొంచెం ఆక్సిజన్ ఇచ్చిన. మీకు వైరాలజీ ల్యాబ్ తీయలేదు కానీ కాకపోతే దాని జీతాలు లేట్గా వస్తాయని గ్యారెంటీగా ఇస్తారని గ్యారెంటీ లేదు. నిన్నంటే నేను రికమెండ్ చేస్తానయా, నువ్వు వెళ్ళినా మళ్ళీ నేను రికమెండ్ చేస్తాను నిన్ను. అది వాళ్ళందరినీ నువ్వు నన్ను ఏమైనా అడగకూడదు, నువ్వు మొత్తం బాడీ వ్యవస్థను. కానీ నీకు తెచ్చి మనకు అనవసరం లేదు వద్దులే, కానీ మనకి తల్లని పెట్టవాక, నువ్వు నీకు బ్యాడ్ అవుతావు. నువ్వు రికమెండ్ చేయవు. సరే నువ్వు డిటిడిసి కొరియర్ చెప్పు నాకు అర్జెంట్.